Top 5 Most Dangerous Objects in the World. If you've ever seen a tree marching through the forest, you'd be forgiven for thinking you'd clearly lost your mind. And unless you're in the Sumaco Biosphere Reserve near Quito, Ecuador, you probably have. There, palm trees slowly migrate across the wilderness. But not like the trees seen in Lord of the Rings. You're not in any danger. Here are the top 5 most dangerous objects in the world. Number 5. Botulinum Type H. If you're considering a shot of Botox to help liven up your look, it might be worth looking into what it contains. Truth be told, Botox contains botulinum, one of the deadliest substances known to man. It takes an injection of just 2 billionths of a gram of this stuff to kill a fully grown adult, with just a spoonful added to a city's water supply proving catastrophic. The toxin, which comes from the bacterium Clostridium botulinum, blocks the chemical that makes nerves work, causing botulism and death by paralysis. And worse still, there's no antitoxin available. You'd be right to wonder then, why is it available in the first place? Apparently, there are 8 known branches of the botulinum family tree, and not all of them are dangerous. The 8th type, known as Type H, is the deadliest substance in the world. Details of the substance have been withheld from the public in case they get into the hands of terrorists. This comes as a rude reminder of how scientific discoveries can be twisted into weapons of warfare, unless they're kept secret, that is. Number 4. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes like to bite into all kinds of food, juices, garbage, even humans, and worse still, they're responsible for killing as many as 1 million people each year. The winged insect looks harmless enough, however, they carry a host of diseases including filariasis, yellow fever, malaria, encephalitis, and dengue fever. A viral disease transmitted by mosquitoes, dengue, causes about 50 to 100 million infections per year worldwide. And these guys are crafty, often planning sneak attacks on their unsuspecting prey. Hard to believe really, given their size, but according to research, these daytime bloodsuckers have adapted to their surroundings, flourishing around humans. They take full advantage of poor sanitation practices, improper solid waste disposal, unsafe water storage practices, and poor pool management. A single bite by an infected mosquito can cause dengue, and these guys really take their job of spreading diseases seriously. Fortunate for the mosquito, but not so much for us humans. Dengue fever takes an epidemic form almost every year, creating panic and hysteria. And unfortunately, these sneaky little winged monsters are difficult to control. All-day protection is advised, using chemical repellents and full-sleeved clothing. Not ideal on a hot summer's day, but a lot better than the alternative, don't you think? In at number 3 we have the monster atomic bomb. Nothing the Soviet Union has tested compared to the nuclear bomb it tested in 1961. Considered too powerful even for war, the monster atomic bomb had far-reaching effects of a very different kind. The Soviet Tu-95 bomber took off from Olenaya airfield in the Kola Peninsula in the far north of Russia on the morning of October 30th, 1961. The specially modified version of one that had come into service a few years prior. The Tu-95 was packed with an arsenal of nuclear bombs. A common occurrence, the testing and detonating of nuclear devices had been carried out a lot over the years, with 80 devices detonated in the previous decade. But nothing the Soviet Union had tested compared to the Tu-95. It was 8 meters long, almost 2.6 meters wide, and weighed more than 27 tons. Like those that had devastated the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the bomb was no ordinary bomb. It was the result of a feverish attempt by Premier Nikita Khrushchev to make the world tremble at the might of Soviet technology. The bomb was deployed by giant parachute over Novaya Zemlya, a sparsely populated archipelago in the Barents Sea, with the hope the 2 bombers charged with detonating it would be nearly 50 kilometers away. It was an ill-advised plan, with the bomb's power creating a fireball that could be seen from 1,000 kilometers away. On Novaya Zemlya, the effects were catastrophic, with the village of Severny, 55 kilometers away, completely destroyed. Hundreds of miles from the blast zone, houses collapsed, roofs fell in, doors were damaged and windows shattered. The world still trembles to this day with thoughts of the city destroyer, a weapon of mass destruction that the Soviets may be in possession of. Is it able to be launched with the flick of a switch? Whether it is true or not, we hope to never find out. Number 2. Russian spy whale. For those who weren't aware, there was a special dolphin training program set up by the US Navy during the Iraq War in 2003. Bottlenose dolphins and California sea lions were based in San Diego as part of the US Navy Marine Mammal Program. They were used for locating mines and other dangerous objects on the ocean floor. Well, it appears that this program may have been replicated by the Russians, but with beluga whales. A Russian Navy deserter of the whale variety was found off Norway's coast wearing a special Russian harness. Norwegian marine biologist Professor Aidan Rikardson said the beluga whale harness had a GoPro camera holder and a label sourcing it to St. Petersburg on it. Fishermen who found the whale managed to remove the harness that scientists said wasn't the type that they would use. With a Russian naval base in the region, rumor has it, the well-trained and super friendly whale may have been trained as a spy. The tame beluga repeatedly approached Norwegian boats off Ngoya, with Professor Rikardson telling the BBC that the harness was tightly attached around the whale's head with a GoPro attachment but no camera. The fact dolphins have been trained for military combat roles is no secret, but are we now to believe the Russians are training whales as spies? It sounds a little far-fetched, doesn't it? And number 1, Japanese sword. Crowdfunding campaigns have become a popular way of purchasing expensive items such as islands and big corporations. But in 2018, one was launched to secure a famous national treasure. The sword, said to be 700 years old, once belonged to the people of Setauchi, Okayama Prefecture and is being sold by a private collector. A goal of 500 million yen was set to bring the renowned Japanese sword called Yamatorage home. The antique sword was made in the Kamakura period from 1185 to 1333. In a city that once flourished as a major producer of swords. Its name, Yamatorage, translates to mountain bird plumage. The sword measures 79.5 centimeters in length and weighs 1.06 kilograms. It has special meaning for the region, for Okayama, and the whole country. And it is hoped that by buying it back and having it on display, it will draw more attention to the city's bladesmithing culture. The item may also attract much-needed tourists to the region to help reinvigorate the economy. And with the possibility that the sword will be sold outside the country, the need to secure the funding has reached desperate levels. Donations from individuals as well as contributions from overseas are expected to help the people of Setauchi to achieve their ambitious goal. I hope you've enjoyed this list, and hopefully none of us will come across any of the items on this list in our lifetimes. If you've enjoyed it, please like the video and leave a comment below about which one keeps you up at night. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're notified when new videos come out.